This lighting is so bad. It's like, when you start with something like this, you know what I mean? Now I'm chilling out in my school's like loft area room. It's pretty cool. I really like this place. It's a lot of snacks and you watch TV with your friends and stuff. You can do your homework. It's like, I think sometimes like we forget to just slow down and just see life as what it is. You know what I mean? It's not that like we should see life as depressing or not, because I feel like that's usually what people mean when they say things like that. I just think it's like just to really process things as what they are when they are happening. Because I think the amount of stress that most people are right now is just like most people are at, like most stress that most people have. It's almost crippling, I think. And it's like I think a lot of us forget the fact that we're just, and I'm not saying like, oh, we're just, but I mean that we're just expected to be caring, giving people to one another. I think that's just what the expectation is. See, how am I going to say this? Yes, on page 67. Okay, but yeah. It's like, I feel like a lot of white people, especially ones that were raised in certain circumstances, I guess you could say like a white picket fence or like a gated community type of white person, or just suburban just in general, I'm not gonna lie. Like, since they don't fully connect with other people's experiences, they just go as far as saying, I don't know how that would feel, and then they totally like crash down on it. Or like they feel so much sympathy, which is really just feeling scared if they were ever in that moment. It's not really full sympathy for someone. So whenever they hear, it's kind of like a trigger word of just straight up fear invoked of them for someone else sometimes. And that creates a problem too, where they just use that as some type of like reference to say possibly sometimes even extreme things to try to help people, when in reality it might just be making it worse, and they don't actually use their common sense to help the ones that are in need, if that makes sense. It kind of holds them back a little bit more. But it's also that the people who do that now with this mindset kind of somewhere ingrained, it's like they bring up topics like race and bring up topics like segregation of some sort towards like another person in any type of degree, most likely not somebody who's like the main group of people that they target. I think it's like in certain degrees, like the one that I'm in, it's like they kind of use it to a certain advantage. It's not like they lift themselves up like, oh, this book has a pretty cool lens with it. This is something brand new. Let's say it's something like science fiction-y and it's going off of this. So I will write this article on this. It's more like, oh, yes, Black suffering during this time and how Black literature has been kept back for blah, blah, blah time. It's like more on history and politics, but it's like pulling at the ethos of like somebody else's race. They're like using race as a means to like build themselves up and get credit through that, instead of like instead of like actually creating work that's like more directly in that's more like criticizable, that's more engaging, that's more, I guess you can say, just random. Like, you know, they use Black people and other minorities as a means to bring themselves up higher, in a sense. And this isn't something that should be taught to students in that way. And like it creates like a sense of fake empathy. And I feel like a lot of students, they lack that true central gravity of empathy because of this. And they would never get caught for it because they're the main ones speaking about how they care for people. When they'll look at a Black student who's getting handed D's like every day for no reason, even though she's turning in like work that had more put into it than them, and they would rather sit back and just watch that from afar to protect themselves and their grade and what they think they built, instead of actually handling the situation right then and there. There's no real, oh, I'll stand up for Black people, I'll stand up for this, I'll make sure they're not silenced in this degree. There's no real that. It's all just fake. It's all fake, and it's all about validating themselves and each other's opinions and making sure they keep this look of, oh, I'm empathetic and I care, instead of actual like true care and depthness towards each other and like what they believe in and their opinions. And I know that a lot of people might disagree, but no, they really do care. But I mean, look at my experience. Like this one guy who was like laughing at what I said in class. He would watch me be like racially just discriminated right then and there. But guess what? He ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? Because he's white and he's gonna get his degree, and that's just what he thinks. And like that's whatever, right? And the same thing with other people in the class, like the girls over there too. They're like, well, she's grading me better because I'm white, but I'm getting my grade, I'm getting my degree. And then they're just gonna shrug it off and they're gonna go back home. You know, and like there's one Mexican chick, she got her grade, she's getting her degree, she doesn't care. Like that's just, you know, that's just what it comes down to for them. And if you're gonna really lead an institution or like grades or classes based off of like different aspects of caring for people, I think the main thing you should do is actually care. Like if you're gonna really make all these things unnecessarily political, or like you could at least care. Where's that? I don't see it that much. Like you could try to drive the professor and to go with you to speak to the dean and be like, hey, this behavior is unacceptable. Why are you treating students like this? Why are you grading the student like that? Oh, well, let me see other people's grades. Let me see other people's stuff. If they have permission, because she said that she like got permission from one other student. Like, let me see the evidence of that. It shouldn't be just, oh, well, you know, I wouldn't believe that she would say these things or do these things, even though 5 other students have told me that she says and does these things. Like, if you really want to be credited for as this like total like liberal lover, then I say then act like it. Like it's like easy to understand the theory, but it's like, I guess it's so hard to put it into action for some people. Like I know for a fact, like if I saw another Black student being treated like this, I would instantly be like, hey, what the heck? And it's not just because I'm Black, it's because I have a heart. And none of these people are heartless. Like you have to be so heartless to like be that disconnected. Just have to be. You know, I don't make the rules. I really don't. So if you disagree with me, what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna like go to the Black Council and tell on me because like they're gonna agree with you too, I believe. Like they're gonna see that like a lot of white people just use this as a leverage to make themselves look better on paper. Oh, like I'm certificated in, I don't know, Black history or something, hire me. It's like, it's never about like actually caring about someone. It's about the effort to care to someone. And that effort is probably not even actually acted through. And it's just sad. Yeah, that's all I want to say. It's just pretty sad. And I'm a victim of it, sadly. And it's like shit. Sometimes I look around and go, oh yeah, I don't really see that I'm being treated differently because of my race. But yeah, obviously I do. And I just didn't know it was that complex. I didn't know it was that deep. You know what I mean? Because some people just, they don't have they don't have the full need to care. Some people just can't care, you know? Some people aren't raised with the full aspect to care. Some people just straight up cannot care. So, yeah, but let's see.